Now you understand how insecure you are as a zoological republic person. You now understand how insecure the zoo is. And this is a country that Finland is telling us to relax. Don't protect yourself. Don't do anything. This is a country that Finland is telling us don't encourage ourselves, don't encourage our people to defend themselves, and they should not relax. This is the country that Finland is working hand in hand. This is a country that gave Finland the information upon which they detained our prime minister. And they're threatening to jail him. In that same country, who claim to have informations that they brought information, intels to Finland, a decomposed body of male was discovered inside a vehicle parked at National Assembly complex in Abuja. Before a body will be decomposing to that stage, it had been there for many days. And to make it, they say the vehicle number of the vehicle was a red Peugeot 406. The vehicle was a red Peugeot 406, registered number BWR 577BF. The incident was reported on Sunday, September 7, 2025. This happened Sunday, September 7th, 2025. In National Assembly. You can imagine. This is a country that Finland is working with. How can this kind of a thing happen in a sensible country, in the most secured place? And yet, some people are jumping right, left, and center, pretending they have a country when they have no country. The information on that very incident said that the disease has been identified as Gaddafi Ewa, a 55-year-old man of the Tiv ethnic group, a Tifi man. He is believed to have been working as a laborer at the construction site within the National Assembly presence. Somebody who is working with them all died, decomposed for so many days before they found out in National Assembly. And of course, you know, no investigation is going to be done. Even if investigation is done, they won't find anything. Because the death of that man is not ordinary. He must have seen an information. He must have seen something they don't want him to see. He must have heard what they don't want him to hear. And that was how the man died. And look at the report. It said the body was in an advanced state of decomposition when found. You know what it means to be in an advanced state of decomposition. That means the body has been there for 3-4 days or even more before they saw it. National Assembly. This is a place people go every day. National Assembly. This is a place, one of the most secured places in the Zoological Republic. This is a country that some of you are defending. This is a country that Finland wants Biafrans to be in. This is a country that Finland wants Biafrans to be in. This is a country that Finland wants Biafra to be in. I do not understand how that is possible. But regardless whatever happens, we will continue. I just saw this. What is your name? You say your name is Delightful Challenge. Delightful Challenge. I have a link there. Can you click that link? Click that link and come in. Click that link and come in and come and tell me why I should stop supporting the sit at home. Your name is Delightful Challenge. Delightful Challenge. Can you click that link and come in? I don't want to see your face. I know that people like you cannot be very confident to be able to show themselves their face. because even in your whatever you use to type, your picture is not even there. People like you cannot be able to. If you are a man enough or woman enough, can you please click that link, come in and tell me why I should stop supporting the Monday sit at home? You talked of hardship. There's a lot of hardship. Did hardship start because of sit at home? How old are you and when were you born? Delightful. When were you born? How old are you? Tell me. How old are you? And you tell me if hardship in Nigeria started with sit at home. We are discussing. I'm not going to insult you. Remember, I said if you have a superior argument why I should stop doing what I'm doing or saying what I'm saying, bring it on. Your name is Delightful Challenge. I saw your message there on the comment section. Click the link and come in to defend what you are saying. Tell me why the sit at home should stop. You wrote on the comment section, you said, stop supporting sit at home. There is a lot of hardship in Nigeria. And I ask you, when did hardship stop in Nigeria? When did hardship start with the sit at home? Did hardship start with the sit at home? The hardship you have been having in Nigeria since independence, since amalgamation, was it because of the sit at home? Was it because of the sit at home? And this is what we see. Some people, they will just come into your platform and they will type anything they want to type to make themselves happy or to drag attention. But I would have loved it better if you will be confident enough to come up, use the link, come in and give your superior argument. You are entitled to your opinion. I am doing what I feel is the right thing to do. But if you can convince me that it is high time we stop the sit at home, then you let me know why I should stop. It is not enough to come to my comment section and write, because you know by next Monday I'm going to be here talking about sit at home again. Except you convince me why I should stop talking about sit at home. Until you can convince me, I will not. But I promise you, as soon as you can be able to convince me of why I should stop talking about sit at home, I will stop immediately. I will. I'm a kind of person that listens. I listen to people. I'm ready to learn. I don't know it all. But with little knowledge I have, I will not allow anybody to abuse it. So, my fellow Biafrans, this is the country we must not be part of. This is the country we must not be part of. Our reason for sit at home is very, very clear. Sit at home is not for nobody's being forced to sit at home, but we are using that media to air our opinion. Sit at home does not stop you from doing your business. It doesn't stop you from doing anything you want to do. It doesn't stop you from anything. We are only using that very single day, Monday, to air our opinion to the world, to tell the world about our grievances. Our Supreme Leader Mazi have been sitting under solitary confinement for the past 5 years. In solitary confinement, you are not concerned. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't disturb you. This is an innocent man who has passed through their court, and the court say, set him free. They refuse, and they continue to hold him. That doesn't bother you. It doesn't worry you. You are not troubled. You're not disturbed about that. But you are disturbed that I'm talking about sit at home. You are talking about suffering. What do you know about suffering? What do you know about suffering? And when were you born? Even if you are born with a golden spoon in the Zoological Republic, you will experience what is called suffering if you are a Biafran. You will experience you will know it that you are not part of this. You are not part of the zoo. It doesn't matter how rich you are. Even the rich in Biafra land, they also cry. They cry for this freedom. The only thing that some of them, they are so scared of what that thing they have acquired they call wealth. They're so scared. They don't want to lose their money. They don't want to lose their businesses. They want still to maintain their friends. They want to still keep their business opportunities. That is why you see them pretending as if all is well. Many of them are not finding it easy. The politicians, those that claim to be elites, they are not finding it easy. The one that called himself Onyema. Don't you see him several times? Onyema came and cried the way they treat him in his airline. Of course, if it were to be a Biafra, Onyema would have been competing with the best airline in the world today. He would have been competing with the best airline in the world. But what do you see? Nigeria is trying to destroy his airline. But yet, for him to remain afloat, he will speak as a one Nigerian. That is the condition. Look at our brother Innocent. Innocent is doing very well for himself. In the most difficult situation, they have tried everything they can to force Innocent to move out of Nnewi and go to other part, go to the Lagos or other part of the world. They are doing everything they can to force Innocent to move away. Force Innocent to move away from Nnewi, Biafra land, and go to the north or to the south, southwest. But he has refused. The rich also cry. If Innocent open his mouth and tell you how much he is losing on daily basis, or the amount he has to spend and tax he has to pay for him to be able to allow that company to remain in Nnewi, for him to allow that company, for that company to continue to function in Nnewi, it costs him triple. It costs him 10 times what it will cost him to run that company in Lagos or in the north. It will cost him 10 times what it's costing him. Likewise, every other business person. But some of them, they have become used to this very system. They have resigned their faith. They have no choice. If they must remain afloat, they have to take it and go with it. That is why so many of them are not talking. But I bet you, every single Biafran is facing the same challenge you and I are facing. I mean the Biafran people, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. It is not different for any one of us. Those of us who are living abroad, any day you decide to visit Nigeria, by the time you land in the Nigeria useless international airport in Lagos, from that place, you begin to know that you are still in a strange place. Even sometimes, when you land in Nigeria, you now realize, that is when you even know that you are in captivity. You now realize that you don't have a country. That is why many of us feel more comfortable abroad than home. Because when you come back home, from the airport, they begin to show you that you have no hope. Even when you are abroad, you are pretending you realize that you have no home, nothing. You don't have any hope. From the airport, the way they are going to welcome you, the way they are going to search your goods, even personal items that you brought for yourself, the way they're going to try to extort you, stamping you in becomes a different thing. If you will see them giving preferential treatment to foreigners, foreigners that are coming to the country, they will give them preferential treatment. But you that is from that so-called Zola, the way they will treat you, you will regret why you ever even left the country where you are to visit Nigeria. And as if what they do to you in airport is not enough. Once you enter the road to go to your home, and God help you, you are traveling to the southeast. Sorry. Only the grace of God will take you back home if you are traveling by road. If you are traveling by road, only the grace of God will take you back home. And the question is, why is it even a crime for you to fly all the way from the US into Biafra land? Why is it a crime? After 60-something years of a country, why is it a crime for you to fly from Europe to Biafra land? That you must have to land in Lagos or land in Abuja before you go back to your hometown. You must come there so that they can control you, extort you, and show you that you don't belong here before you now begin to go. This is the experience of Biafrans every blessed day. And somebody will come and tell me, why am I sitting at home? Sacrificing one day to air your opinion and say that enough is enough on this marginalization. Is it a crime? In a country where you cannot protest. Before we started the sit at home, we protested in Onitsha Head Bridge. You know how many people were massacred? Do you know how many people lost their life simply because they want to protest? People gathered to pray in Aba, and they opened fire on them. So what you want, you don't want us to engage in civil disobedience. You want us to engage in a chaotic disobedience. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? You want us to involve in a violent protest. Is it violent protest you want? We have chosen a peaceful civil disobedience where you will sit in your home peacefully. Nobody, you don't disturb anybody, nobody disturb you. You sit at home. How is it a crime? Nobody's being forced. And you say, why should we do it? Haven't you seen people engaging in a hunger strike? Don't you see people, prisoners on their own, they engage in a hunger strike to air their opinion? Because in a place where they are is not conducive. They are not allowed to express themselves. They are not given the free hand. They are not given the freedom to say what they can protest. The only choice that remains for a prisoner to protest is to go under hunger strike. A prisoner subject himself to hunger strike for as long as it takes until his needs are met. We are just prisoners in Nigeria, whether you like it or not. You can continue to pretend about it. We are prisoners in the contraption called Nigeria. And the only way we can go to express our grievance for the world's attention is on this civil disobedience. It captures our unity. It captures our resistance. So why would anybody be speaking against it? Why would anybody be playing it down? If you don't want to get involved, that is your opinion. Sit back and do not discourage those who knows what they are looking for. Those of you who have become the house nigger, who is enjoying what is falling from the master's table, you are okay from eating from the crumbs that fall from the master's table. That is your absolute choice. I have nothing against you. But don't stand on the way of those who knows what it means to be a free man. The Biafran people are freeborn. We can't be second-class citizens. We can't be slaves. It has been proven time and time again. Our forefathers who were tricked into entering into the United States, they were tricked that they were going to be experts, they were going to be trained in the United States, and they were taken to the United States. In Georgia, to be precise, you saw them. They held their hand and they jumped into the river, drowned themselves instead of being a slave. They drowned themselves instead of being a slave. And the same way, we don't want to be a slave and we don't take slavery. You will never see a record where the Igbos took slaves. No, we don't. There is no record anywhere where you have Igbos take slaves for themselves. We don't. It is an abomination. The Biafrans, we don't take slaves. More especially the Igbo Biafrans, we do not take slaves. That is why you see, with all our neighbors and people surround us, we never fought against anybody to capture anybody or take over anybody. No, we did not. It is not because we are afraid. It is not because we don't have the might. It is not because we don't have the numbers. In fact, there was one video I was watching. A Yoruba professor of history was speaking about the Igbos, how open-minded they are, how generous they are. He said that we are the bronze makers. We at the olden days, initially, we started this bronze making. I've forgotten the name of the place he mentioned, where we are making bronze. And in that time, we had the power, the might to manufacture instruments we can use to conquer our neighbors and take over. We have the might, the power to conquer our neighbors and take over and force them to be in us, just like other people did. The Yorubas did that. In the north, it was done the same. In the Middle Belt, they did the same. People were capturing their neighbors, taking them and forcing them into themselves. But the Igbos never did that. Because it is an abomination. We don't take slave and we don't accept slavery. We don't take slave. And you cannot enslave us. for us to continue to demand for our freedom from Nigeria is a task that must be done, except you are not an Igbo person. Except you're not a genuine, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. More especially the Igbo Biafrans. It's a task that must be done. It doesn't matter how dissatisfied you are, you're angry, you're worried, you're this. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever you think is stopping you, don't allow that to stop you. Don't allow that to stop you. Don't allow that to stop you. It's unimaginable that somebody at this point in time will still be challenging the quest for the freedom of Biafran people. You see, some of them will come up and say something like that. Why are we imposing sit at home in Biafra land? We should go to Abuja and impose it. You can imagine. They will say, why are we doing sit at home? We should gather ourselves and go to Abuja. It's just idiotic suggestions that you see people make. They just say it just to see what we can do, just to find something to say. We are not in the business of taking other people's land. The land that is our concern is our own land, where Chukwu Okikabema gave us. That very place that Chukwu Okikabema has given us, we didn't ask for it. I was not there when I was created. I didn't have any opinion to be an Igbo person. It wasn't my opinion to be an Igbo person. I didn't have any contribution in that. I found myself where I am, and I'm okay with it. And I will defend it with everything in me. It doesn't matter whether you agree or you disagree. It doesn't make any difference for me. So why would somebody come and begin to speak against the cause that people have chosen by themselves? Mazi Simon Ekpa said it time and time again. It is not enforced. Nobody is forcing you. Nobody is forcing you. Those who are willing and genuine know what they want, and they're airing their opinion. The world is watching. The only people that have tried to make enforcement is the government of Nigeria. They try to enforce not sitting at home by sanctioning the people, by taking the life of innocent people, by blackmailing the people. They tried everything they can using their politicians, yet it didn't work. How is that? How is that our problem? That somebody still have the boldness to come and say, in a country that have, what is there for you to gain in this zoological public? A country where the only thing you see in the zoo is bad news. Every day it is bad news. It is bad news. Every blessed day you see things that will make you regret being part of that zoological public. The only mission Nigeria has is to fight against Biafran people and make sure they destroy as many innocent lives as they want. I want you to see this news from Sahara Reporters, because we have to bring it out. These are the reasons we don't want to be part of the Zoological Republic. We don't want to be part of it. We have suffered enough. And we no longer want to be part of the zoo. We don't want to be part of it. Those who still enjoy it and want to be part of it can continue. Why are you forcing us in this marriage? In this ungodly marriage, why are you forcing the Biafrans to be part of this ungodly marriage? Why? Why are you forcing the Biafrans? You can see bandit leader behind the killing of over 30 in Katsina Mosque attack. Attend peace meeting in Faskari. You can imagine. This is bandit leader. A bandit leader allegedly behind the killing of over 30 in Katsina Mosque attack. in Kasina Mosque attacks happened recently, attends peace meeting in Faskari. The Nigerian government is having a peace meeting with a bandit leader. A bandit leader that took the innocent life of 30 people in the mosque. They attended a peace meeting. You didn't hear the governor say, go after him, get him, throw him away, even though they know that this is a renowned terrorist. They are going for peace meeting. They still want to go and listen to him. They want to go and dialogue with him. Because they are protecting their own. Because they are doing the work of those that send them. It is a contract given them by a certain group of the people in the government. You can see. Bandit leader. Attend peace meeting. But look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who only is making a genuine request. Grant us a referendum. Look at Mazi Simon Ekpa defending his people and saying that enough is enough. We want to exist in Nigeria. They were not able to call him on a peace meeting. They never called him for discussion. There has never been any opportunity anywhere to sit in a table and discuss with the Biafran people. Nobody addresses issues that have to do with Biafra. But whenever it is in the north, northern part of Nigeria, the government will sit down, discuss with them, even with the known terrorists. Look at their faces, reported. They know them, and they don't deny it. We have seen governors come out to say they know these people, they know where they live, they know who their brothers and families are, they know all of them. But in Biafra land, our liberation armies today, most of them, their families have been wiped away. You hear Gentle come out and cry how his family members have been taken. His brother murdered, his parents murdered, his own wife nowhere to be found. And all this pushed by the same politicians in Biafra land. When it has to do with the Biafra people, they will go as far as removing everything that has to do with your lineage. They wipe it out. But in the north, they are having a peace summit with the leader of the bandit that took the life of 30 people in a mosque. They're having a peace summit. This is Nigeria for you. This is Nigeria. This is what you see in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Katsina holds peace meeting with wanted bandit kingpin Ado Aliru, Ahmed Hene. A wanted murderer, a wanted terrorist. They are holding meeting with him. Katsina community hold peace meeting with wanted bandit kingpin Ado Aliru. Armed headers. Armed headers. These people have become so bold that they can do anything. Anything. And nobody raised an eyebrow from the government. The government sponsored them. The government encouraged them. The government give so many kinds of relief to them, only to come back and continue to destroy the innocent lives. This is the country that Finland is supporting. This is the country that is giving Finland intel that they use to kidnap our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, in judicial means. That's judicial kidnap of our Prime Minister. That's what I call it. And you see these things happening, nobody is raising a hammer. A country that the only thing you see in the country is fake, bad news. This one is another one. 16 hours ago, it says, former Imo lawmaker abducted by gunmen. Police launch rescue operation. Sahara report. Former Imo. It will get everybody. So they think other people that they abduct. Former Imo lawmaker abducted by gunmen. Police launch rescue operation. Because he's a lawmaker. Because he's a lawmaker, you are launching a rescue operation. If it were ordinary people that were abducted, they would tell them to pay ransom. They will be left on their own. If it were other people, they will be left on their own. But today you see a lawmaker, and that is how it will get all of them. It will get to every one of them. It will get all of them. You think it is only the ordinary people that is going to be suffering? It will not be only the ordinary people. These are now this is another one. This one is a nightmare disgrace to Nigerian government. Senator Moye laments collapse of Onitsha Aguleri Aderi Highway community cut off. This is where Soludo will come and tell you he want to make Japan of Africa. This is a road. Onitsha Aguleri Adani Road. You can imagine. Nightmare disgrace to federal government. Senator Moye lament. Do they care? Do they care? Onitsha Aguleri Adani Highway. Do they care? Look at the highway. Look at how it is. You lament. After lamenting, you go back to your Senate house and look at it. Look at the road. You can imagine. Look at the road. This is a road, a highway. In a state where Soludo Seibo that is carrying security outfit up and down, using the Ndako to destroy Imo people. Look at the road in his state. The Seibo. They will come and tell you how many road is building. When they take quota and pour on road, they tell you, look at this. Look at the road. In a land that has everything, in a state like Anambra State that is very rich in every ramification. But because you are part of Nigeria, you can't do anything. Because you remain part of Nigeria, there is nothing you can do. It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter how you try. You can never, ever do anything as long as you are in the Solitary Republic of Nigeria. Only complain, and the things continue to happen. The evil continue to happen. How do we protest again? You don't protest to Nigeria by talking. These are the reasons why we insist on exiting the zoo and using the medium we are using today. Civil disobedience. You can imagine. Look at the road that in a state like Anambra State, in a place that Seibo, that will come shamefully, he will come online. All he knows is to be creating security outfit everywhere to intimidate his people. Creating security outfits that are engaged in kidnapping. Security outfits that are engaged in kidnapping. That's what is it. We cannot be part of this madness. We can no longer continue to be part of this madness that they call governance. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We are walking away, and we are going to walk away for good and continue to pursue the cause of freedom of Biafran people, regardless what anybody is saying, regardless their opinion, regardless their ideas, regardless what they bring on board. We will never, ever, ever give up our quest for freedom. That is all we have. The only thing that we have today as Biafrans is our freedom. And we cannot sell that freedom cheap to anybody. They are going to try by all means necessary to pull us down, to distract us, or to make us feel irrelevant. But I bet you the Biafran people are determined. The Biafran people are determined and they know what they're doing. The insecurity in Nigeria today is something that has gotten to the level that the world is supposed to come in. But they are not going to do so. And all they want us is to fold our hands and pretend all is well. All they want us to do is to pretend all is well. They want us to pretend all is well. We cannot pretend anymore. We are going to defend our territory. And that is something that we must do. We are going to defend our territory. A country where terrorists are respected more than people who are responsible and reasonable. A country where terrorists are given special treatment. They are given special preference. And they see us, those of us who are fighting for freedom, as irrelevant. They see us as troublemakers. How long are we going to continue to pretend that all is well when all is not well? How long are we going to continue to pretend? How long are we going to continue to be silent? How long? Everything about Nigeria is a bad news. The more you continue to wait and think it's going to get better, the worse it gets. And they have succeeded in planting the seed of discord. The seed of discord have been planted very, very long time. And today, they happen to have a president who is part of that very seed. The seed of hatred. The tribal bigotry. The president that they have today is the one that is in charge. He sponsored tribal bigotry by himself, single-handedly. And some of you are still having hope that something is going to work out for you. Nigeria will only get worse. It can never get better. It can never get better. It will only get worse. But my surprise is why a Western country, a country in Europe, will be in alliance with a terrorist country. I don't understand it. Other European Union countries, I don't know what they are doing. I'm not surprised why one of their members burnt their flag the other day. I'm not surprised, because there's no way you can sit back and stand and see a member state in European Union working with a terrorist country and you be silent. That makes you an accomplice. It makes you an accomplice. For you to see a member state involved with a terrorist country and yet you are not troubled, you are not bothered, that makes you an accomplice. With everything that people know about Nigeria, it is not hidden. Their involvement in terrorism of their people, their involvement in kidnapping, their sponsorship of kidnapping and different kinds of evil against their own people. It's not hidden, it's all in the public. But yet, the governments of the world continue to dialogue with them. If a country like Finland came in the forefront to take out an activist who is trying to protect his own people, Mazi Simon Ekpa. What crime did Mazi Simon Ekpa commit? What crime did Mazi Simon Ekpa commit that is making them today to fight against Mazi Simon Ekpa? And in my program yesterday, I mentioned some of the crimes that Mazi Simon Ekpa have committed that made them to tag Mazi Simon Ekpa a terrorist. And we are still going to talk about that today. Let us look at the crimes Mazi Simon Ekpa have committed against these people that made them to see him as a terrorist. Sometimes I ask myself, what has he done? And many people will be asking, what has he done? That even some DOS member will come and call Mazi Simon Ekpa a terrorist. Some of the members of the Department of Saboteurs, they will come as and I will ask, what has he done? Or Hannes Ndibo will come as Simon Ekpa a terrorist. I ask, what has he done? Nigerian government and all the criminals that are inside and outside will be seeing Mazi Samaraka and say, what has he done? Now let us go into what one of our brother wrote out. This is what one of our brother wrote out as the crime Mr. Mazi Samaraka have committed, that they call crime against humanity. I want you to listen. What I am going to read out now is something that a Biafran wrote, and I felt, I read it yesterday on my program, I feel I should read it again. It is compiled by OCSM1, and I'm going to read it the way he wrote it. They say, Simon Ekpa's crime against humanity. Simon Ekpa and his team committed the following crimes. I want you to listen. Number one, insisting that Biafra should continue to observe the voluntary Monday sit at home to demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the crime against humanity that Mazi Samaraka committed, because he is demanding the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Number two, strengthening the Biafran security forces and establishing the Biafra Defense Force and arming them against Fulani headsmen and Nigerian security forces. That is the second crime against humanity that someone ever committed, because he was protecting his people against the terrorists in uniform and off uniform. Conducting the Biafran self-referendum, in which over 50 million Biafrans voted in favor of Biafra independence. That is the crime against humanity, number three, that Mazi Samaraka committed. Number four, organizing 2 conventions for Biafra freedom in Finland. Organizing 2 conventions of Biafra freedom in Finland. This is crime against humanity that Mazi Samaraka committed, that Finland detained Mazi Samaraka for. This is the crime that Mazi Samaraka committed. Crime against humanity that made them to detain him. And I want the world to look at it and judge. Sin number 5 he committed, designing and introducing the Biafran passport. That is a crime that they see. Moving the Confederate capital of Biafra from Enugu to Ebube. That is what they see as a crime against humanity. Forming the Biafran government in exile and the Biafran homeland de facto government, which has now transformed into United States of Biafra government. This is another crime they see him commit. I want you to be taking note. So at the end of it, if there is another crime you see that we didn't put here, you put it, let the world read through and then judge. I read number 7 again. Forming the Biafran government in exile and the Biafran homeland de facto government, which has now transformed into United States of Biafra government. That is a crime against humanity that Mazi Samaraka committed. And number 8, redrawing the Biafran map and creating the 40 states of Biafra. This is what they see as a crime. Why they want him dead? Why they want him imprisoned? Why they want him jailed? Why they tag him different kinds of names? Because he redesigned the map and created 40 states of Biafra through the order and compliance and decision of the Biafran people. Designing and introducing the prototype of Biafran currency, Ejemma. Mazi Samaraka was able to create a prototype of Biafran currency, Ejemma. Designed it. This is one of the crimes he committed. That they want him dead. That they call him a person that have committed a crime against humanity. These are the crimes he committed. Setting up committee that wrote the Biafran constitution, because he set up a committee that wrote Biafran constitution. That is what they see as crime against humanity. Establishing Biafra liaison offices in over 50 countries and lobbying those countries to recognize Biafra. That is the crime they see that Mazi Samaraka committed. That our Prime Minister Mazi Samaraka established Biafra liaison offices in over 50 countries and lobbying those countries to recognize Biafra. That is why they took him out. That is what they see as crime against humanity. I want the world to judge. And every one of you that is watching to us to judge. Hiring diplomats, lobbyists who help to push the Biafran cause to the world stage. This is the crimes they said that Mazi committed. I want the world to be the judge. This brother wrote a very good piece. Setting up the Voice of Biafra radio. Mazi Simon Ekpa set up the Biafra, Voice of Biafra radio, which all of us we are aware. To educate Biafrans, to sensitize Biafrans, to tell the world the story of Biafra, to let the world know what is happening in Biafra land, to give the Biafran people a voice. This is what they saw as crime against humanity. Let the world be the judge and let the Biafrans judge. Above all, exposing the saboteurs and corrupt element hiding under IPOB and those of them in Nigerian government who are pushing human crime against humanity against the Biafran people, pushing genocide against Biafran people, who are lying against the Biafran people, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. Mazi Simon Ekpa exposed those saboteurs inside and outside, in IPOB and outside IPOB. These are the crime against humanity that Mazi Simon committed. And this is why they told us that Mazi Simon Ekpa need to be jailed. You that is a Biafran, ask yourself, what you just heard now, these are what Mazi Simon Ekpa have done that made them to hate him. Let the world be the judge.